Alright, let's go! You guys tell me what is too loud and too quiet. Today, we're going to be playing some blue-white control. Man, this screen is so bad for this, but let's go over the deck list. So we got 2 Syncopate, 4 Seal Away, 1 Blink of an Eye, 2 Essence Scatter, 1 Negate, 1 Search for Azcanta, 4 Sinister Sabotage, 3 Ixalan's Binding, 3 Settle the Wreckage, 4 Chemister's Insight, 2 Devious Cover-Up, 2 Cleansing Nova, 4 Teferi, 1 Nezahal, 26 lands. If we scroll down here, we can see we have 1 Arch and 1 Field. We're actually going to switch out this Field of Ruin. It's been pretty bad. We're actually going to switch out the other one too. Let's try some new stuff. So we're going to try that Arch still. Ah man, that Arch has just been so bad though. Let's figure out these lands, because I think the Arch has been pretty horrible. Whereas, you know, the Memorials have been really good. Let's see what we can do here. Let's try this. Everybody's liking this Detection Tower. Let's do that. Let's do a single field for the mirror. Should we do... Probably do... I'll just do the other field. It's fine. Let's try this. Let's try that. So we're just going to play ranked, so it's just best of 1. But as we saw, we have like kind of a lot of techie cards. You know, Ixalan's Binding is really, really good in this best of 1 world. Hello already to the people here. Thank you so much for joining. We're gonna party today. This hand seems quite good, so we will keep it. Opponent leads on red. If they have a blue land, this hand gets interesting. That is also interesting. I could Blink of an Eye this here, but I don't think it's worth it just yet. We're going to play this Meandering River and pass. Hopefully they get greedy and attack with this. I think that against blue-white control, though, I actually have wondered if it's ever okay to attack with your Stinkins. That get to Lava Runner's getting in there. Just go ahead and kill this 3/3. I think that we're pretty happy taking damage this turn. Hopefully they play another creature. That's fine. I actually kind of hoping they vomit their hand in the form of creatures, to be honest. Oh, that's so good. Thank you. Fearing the Seal Away. Fearing the Seal Away. It's funny because I just talked about how, like, I don't think that they should be attacking with that, but I don't know if that was correct. I don't know, maybe it is. Get out of here, folks. Shock my face. Maybe we go Shock Lightning Strike, untap, play. Nope, no Lightning Strike. Alright, pretty happy here with this Ixalan's Binding off the top. Gonna hit this Rekindling Phoenix, make sure they don't get that silly Sally card advantage against us. See what happens here. We got a lot of choices here. I'm okay letting them go a turn or two, though. We do have both Wrath effects in our hand. We're at a high life total. They kind of have their runner burn spells for us to really be worried about this. That is a burn spell, but it's using so much of their mana. We're gonna respond with this now. I'm okay with this. I kind of need to draw a spell still. Hoping, no, that is the opposite. None of those are spells, actually. I think they should just Frenzy again. There we go. There's a spell. No, stop drawing burn spells. I specifically said that's what you needed to do. Silly Sally? Alright, so next turn we can minus if we want to. I mean, they've got 5 cards in. They're probably just going to sack this. That's fine. Dude, the new chair's sweet, Andrew. Thanks for joining. Do we care? That's fine. I mean, the only problem with this is, like, going to 4 puts us in burn range of the draw spell. Alright, so they've drawn 1, 2, 3, 4 burn spells since we said they shouldn't do that. We're, like, pretty dead here. We'll just let them draw 6 cards. I think we're just dead. But they've drawn so many burn spells, they can't possibly have more in their hand. I guess they didn't draw that many, right? They drew like 7 cards and 4 of them were... no, they drew more than that. Kill me! Show me you have it! You gotta have a Chain Whirler, man. Come on, I'm at 1. Shock, shock, shock! Shock, shock, shock! I don't have Lifelink in this deck, I don't think. See, this deck wants Absorb. There we go. Alright. Lose our spot in our gold tier ranking. So, like, I don't think that we need to meta this deck too much. We obviously drew a lot of lands that game, but I think that Chemister's Insights will typically get us out of that. I don't think that's too typical. If we start 0-3 or something along those lines, I will switch to green-black or something else. Yeah, risk factor at that point in the game was going to be rough. And I have not played against a ton of mono red lately. I think the deck is pretty bad. I'm a little surprised to see it so much here. I think we'll scatter this. I think it's worth actually quite a bit of damage. We'd rather them, try and, get something more expensive into play. The only thing that I can't decide is where I want the chair when streaming. I got this cushion that can go right here, but I just don't know. I think we're fine taking this one. That's a pretty good draw considering the seal away. So here we just don't want to get like lightninged. Outside of that, I think we're okay. One lightning even is pretty good though. I'm thinking like lightning shock and grow these guys. That's pretty good. Ooh, lightning strike is also fine. Double burn spell would have been really good because it would have meant that their frenzy would have been pretty close to just live. Here we have burn spell to the face. Follow it up with a creature, maybe. No creature. Seal away here is, it's protecting a pretty large percentage of our life total at this point. Here, kind of hoping for a Goblin Chain Whirler or something similar. That's even better. This mono red deck is actually really a burn deck, which is better against control than other forms of would be. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Alright, so we just got like a Teferi or a draw spell here, and we're in pretty good shape. I actually don't think we need that. That counter spell is actually pretty gas with this search and play. We will straight up counter that. So this puts us to so we can just force a flip here. So we bottom that, bin this, and then it doesn't actually matter what our next card is. Put that into the graveyard. Get the flip. Yeah, draw counterspell. Alright, I think we have won this game. Alright, so now we gotta start looking for Teferi. That's probably better right now than Teferi, actually. I expect a concession from our opponent here in a second, actually. There we go. 2 red, 1/1 against it. That I will take. I think it's not the best matchup for us. But I think mono red is kind of just not the best deck right now. So we'll go one more with this, kind of talk about the deck a little bit, decide if we want to switch up. I would even be okay with trying some blue-white mid-range, to be honest. River, Island, Field, Counter. We're on the play. This is basically not a card. Would I keep this 6? I think this is a pretty good 6. Obviously, we need to draw a 2-mana spell to make it great. Our opponent is way better at us than Magic, so we gotta get a little lucky. I'd also be okay crafting a couple extra cards and just playing mono blue tonight after this game. I hear it's all the hype. I hear it's all the rage. It is what's up. Kind of hoping our opponent doesn't play the 2-2 that makes dudes. Flower is perfect. Flower is exactly what we wanted to see. No spell is just as good as Flower. Just so we're clear, end step I will actually crack this field so that I can play that's fine. So that I can play Sinister Sabotage and Search in the same turn. Yeah, I think that blue-white getting Azorious cards is going to be pretty big. I was just saying on stream, I actually think that Absorb is a little bit underrated. Maybe I wasn't saying on stream, maybe I said it on Twitter, but I think that Absorb might be a little bit underrated considering that ranked is best of 1. And, you know, we just played against Mono Red twice, and I think that, you know, having any main deck life gain, that was probably wrong. I probably should have hit an untapped land since he already has a Plains in play for his other Sun Petal Gross. Or she. So as I said, we're going to grab an island so that we can play Sinister Sabotage and Azcanta in the same turn. The other thing this does is it lets us draw into Teferi plus Sabotage pretty fast with Azcanta, which is pretty important. I will be interested to see... Yeah, that's not happening for you, man. Our opponent thinks that they can just play whatever they want. We have a lot of counter spells, and I actually think that we're digging specifically for land this turn, so... I think nothing has changed and we're digging for land. So one of the problems with Devious Cover-Up plus this is, yeah, that's fine, is you kind of want to do both. Like, I actually would love to have those counter spells back in my deck with that Field of Ruin. I'm going to counter this. I think this card's actually too hard to kill for me, but since I bought in that Seal Away. Hopefully our opponent doesn't get us somehow here, but... I'm gonna be in the same place. So if I do this, I'm at 6, forcing this flip, letting me flip this, play this, I should say. Oh, so good. So good. I think it's time to just start plussing Teferi and trying to bury our opponent. We'll give them a free turn, but I think it's worth it. One of the things that I wasn't considering was that I really should have just countered that spell with the Devious Cover-Up so that I could have played towards this had I drawn an untapped land. So that's a problem for me. I really played that incorrectly. Interesting. Well, I think this is worth. And then hopefully our opponent minuses so that we can just... Maybe we don't care though. So it's gonna be a 4-power attacker. Well, I don't actually have the mana to Devious Cover-Up, so I think it's probably better to do this. I should have thought about that before I did that. Obi's saying hello. I think somebody is either knocking on the door, coming in. So, March of the Multitudes, making 4/1/1s. Let's just do this. Let's see what you got. Got another March? Is that how we're gonna play it? I definitely should have blocked first. That was a mistake on my part. Alright, I think that is game, folks. GG! GG! GG. I don't see how our opponent can win here. But they can try. They can try. It's almost like they telegraphed that march. It's almost like I knew it was coming. Thank you for playing CW279! Not the worst version of Sinister Sabotage. Are we talking about Absorb? Oh, we're so close to that booster pack. We're so close to that booster pack. Nezahal is a little bit better than I think people know. I think because you only have to play one of them, whereas like, you know, you have to play multiple Niv Mizzets or multiple, you know, other creatures in your Jeskai decks. And I love Jeskai. Like it is legitimately one of my favorite decks. Oh man, this hand is so bad on the draw. This hand is so bad on the draw. Alright, as long as they don't play Llanowar Elves. Oh no, I meant to keep that. Alright, well. Here we go. I actually meant to keep it. I think it's bad, but I think you can't mulligan it, and I did anyway, so. This hand's... Oh man, glad we bought him that first one. About the Nezahal being good? I don't know, maybe you could argue that you get to play, you know, Crackling Drake, which is a fine take. I think that Crackling Drake is great. Like, I have played a lot of Jeskai myself, and I'm mostly playing Blue-White for content purposes, but I think that Blue-White is pretty good. Like, once these Meandering Rivers become Hollowed Fountains, that's fine. I really don't want you to have that. That would become a problem for me later. I think that once those Meandering River, rivers change and stuff like that, like the deck becomes quite good. And Nezahal has been insane for me. Like, it's been so much better than I expected. Alright, yeah. I'm on this 6-turn clock. You gonna jam, or do I get a Chemister's Insight? I gotta wait a turn. Let's be patient. Next turn I can do it with Sabotage. I can end step blink this Midnight Reaper. I can sabotage whatever they play this turn. Patience is a virtue. I'm not good at it, but it is a virtue. So I think what I do here is I blink this, or I sabotage this to try and keep them off of lands. Definitely grave there at that. So if they don't play a land, alright, so now I blink this. And they could kill this in response to try and just draw the card to dig for a land, which is what they looked like they were trying to think about. Alright, so now I get to play Teferi on a pretty good board. And I think that's kind of the best I could ask for. Obviously, if they Vivian Reed, we're in trouble, but we can see what we draw here. If we draw, a counter spell, that is a counter spell, but not exactly the one we were looking for. So here we'll play Memorial and just untap 2 lands. And it would take their whole turn to contempt us, which is okay. It will also take their whole turn to replay that Midnight Reaper. Oh, you would agree with that take. I totally misread that earlier on the stream. I'm sorry. How was everybody's holiday? You guys all enjoying Christmas? My wife got me this sweet gaming chair. So that's what's up. I actually think this is a tough attack. I would attack me. I think our opponent is going to ultimately decide that. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lands. We can tap 2 of them, go to 7 open. Is that right? I'm way off. That was bad. But it's Seal Away Plus, that's fine. What's up, Abel? What's up? You showing your dad how to use the keyboard? I think that's fine. I think that... I mean, this is just going to get this anyway. Let's just do it. Alright, Vivian Reed, get out of here. Yeah, that's how we do it in Blue White World! What up? Whew! Alright, I don't actually know how many matches we played. I think it is the prerequisite to kind of talk about the deck for a second. Alright, so we went 1-1 versus... Oh no, we gotta play one more. So we went 1-1 with versus Mono Red. I don't remember what we beat after that, I'm not gonna lie. But then we beat Green Black. So we're 3-1. So this is gonna go to the YouTube channel. Let's play one more and talk about the deck. And if we win this one, we rank up. We're playing for all the marbles, folks. We're playing for all the marbles. I never loved marbles. That's a game where you have to hit it with your thumb. It hurts your thumb. Not a big marbles fan, but we're playing for them right now. So this hand's interesting. It has it's expensive. I think we can get a better one. I don't know that that's better, but we're keeping it. Definitely bottoming that. We're on the draw here. You know, one of the things that Settle the Wreckage and its counterpart does in Cleansing Nova is it kind of cleans up the game for you. So when you draw these kind of mediocre hands, it fixes it. In a way. Green, black, every day it's green, black. Alright, we'll hold full control, hold it. I don't know what this does. They're gonna play a spell. Do I get to say okay or not? Alright, so we get a fake that we have a counter spell. Alright, we'll turn it off now. Oh, we gotta hold it. We got another spell. Well, they'll never attack into the settle, which is okay. They're just not going to attack. Just not going to attack. Do they think I'd steal away? What happened here? Alright, well, we should just do this. Because I do actually want to dig for another Wrath effect. Because they're not going to... And we got it. Alright. I don't think it's like bluffing. I just think that, you know, it was funny. John Stern was messaging me about why I love Arena. He says, this is impossible. You always are showing what you're playing. And you just have to hit control a couple times to throw off your opponent. It doesn't have to be every second of every game. I'll actually probably mention this on the podcast, how I talked about this on the stream. And then you can tell me how I was wrong. I'll take two, that's fine. You're welcome to put me on a 6-turn clock. I literally don't care. What you should do is attack with everything but the elf that turn, because then I settle you, and then you get to play your Vivian Reed. Yes, this is a much better attack. Significantly better if you have Vivian Reed, because I'm forced to do this. This is my opportunity to settle you. So if you have Vivian Reed, this is the nuts. The literal buttery yum-yums. Now crush me. Play that Vivian. Let's go. But don't double creature here. Whatever you do. There we go. That's a better play. That's a better play. You even gonna play that land? That's so good. By the way, for those wondering whether you're watching the stream, the YouTube channel, he just played a Vivian Reed. I'm definitely not supposed to, you know, not do that as though. But it's funny that I mean, we knew our opponent drew because of the way that Arena works, but it's just funny. We're in pretty big trouble. I think we need. I mean, even if we draw Binding, we have to Wrath this turn, right? So that's happening. We don't have enough money. Haha, mana's money now. We don't have enough mana for the Binding. So kind of our hope is that they like play a Karn or a Vraska here so that we can counter it, untap Binding their Vivian Reed. Or maybe a miss here. That is not a miss. I wonder if they will contempt this in response to me targeting. I think that you know, once our opponent made that play, they were in a commanding position. Depending on what this card is, that's pretty good for us. So due to the fact that we know they have this and we have the Negate and they didn't cast this last turn, I am going to target this. Maybe they flex here and they're both... I guess we're okay with that though. Like, they very specifically need to draw Carnage Tyrant at this point. It's not a Tyrant. That's pretty good though. Like, if we think about, you know, where our Teferi's at, you know, I mean, creature is good for them there. So we have, this costs 3. I'm very much okay with protecting our Teferi here. I know that this ultimately leaves us pretty in trouble to a Carnage Giant that we know they don't have in their hand this turn, but luckily this Devious Cover-Up will get back most of this stuff later. Alright, so we want Sabotage, Nova probably. I think Novas are better at this point in the game. That's pretty good. That's very good against Carnage Tyrant. Let's do this! We are in Happy Land right now, depending on how things go. Obviously, we don't want our opponent to draw a Planeswalker, but other than that, that's fine. Let's go to our end step, or their end step, I should say. Get some of this going. So one of the things I like, I do like to main phase my insights when they cost 2. I think that's just like a pretty good use of your mana. So we're gonna do that here. I think our opponent is saying they are conceding here. Good for us. I think we've gone ahead and won this game if they choose to do so anyway. So that is a 4-1 with blue-white control in ranked, ranking us up. We are now to whatever this gold level is, gold level tier 3. I honestly think this deck is good. Like, legitimately, I think that it is better than I thought it was. I'm pretty happy with it. Let's open this booster pack on stream. We got that sweet, sweet Foul Orchard, I guess. Give us one of those wild cards! That's actually pretty good. I actually want to try this out. So, but let's talk about blue-white control really quick. So if we look at blue-white control and what I'm doing here, let's switch this up so we can kind of just talk about it. So we have a catch-all card in the form of Blink of Eye. We got a couple of catch-all, Negate's kind of a one of. The Search Race card is a one of. I know that people, you're not playing that in those other builds right now, right? Like if you're playing Jessica, you're probably actually not playing that many Search Race cards, if any. You're doing different things. Chemister's Insight, a card that is just better than we expected. The card really lets you dig quite a bit through your deck. And then with the 2 Devious Cover-Ups, you just get a cycle through your deck. The density of your deck in the late game gets so high. And when you play something like 1 Nezahal, it doesn't really matter when you draw it. That's how you're going to win the game once you either get the Teferi Ultimate or once your opponent concedes. But people are so used to playing against these in-response control decks, right? These draw-go control decks, that they don't really care once they are clear, like, all right, this person has a Teferi in play, they're going to draw a bunch of cards, I'm just going to see now. So this is kind of just for when things go wrong and your opponent's kind of, when you want to just kind of close games fast, as well as the fact that it can't be countered. It's really hard to deal with. You get to the point where you have 9 cards in hand all the time, so you can protect this thing. The Tower. So here's the thing. I do think Tower is better than Arch in this deck. So here's the reason: is that Arch is just bad. Like, as good as it is, the format's a little bit faster than the Redback format. So I'm not just always having these 10 things in play. And Tower actually has a meaningful impact. It only costing 2 mana to turn off Hexproof is actually pretty good in the world where people are trying to Carnage Tyrant you and things like that. So I'm going to continue to try this out. If you're looking for the sideboard is 2 Lyra, 1 Nova, 1 Invoke, 3 History, 1 Map, 2 Negate, 2 Stroke, 2 Knight. So we have this kind of Knight package, plus Treasure Map, plus Lyra, depending on whether we're on the play on the draw against other decks. And that's kind of where we want to be with this deck. I'm going to give an updated version of this with a video with Snapkeep Arcade here in the next week or so. So check that out on the YouTube channel. Thank you everybody so much for watching up to this point on the stream. We're going to end this part of the stream. I'm going to be right back to play some more Magic. But thank you if you're watching on YouTube. I appreciate it. You are the best. And yeah, let's just keep playing. But we're going to end this now. And we're going to go from here.